Do you know what is the most unpleasant thing in this world current generation today? It's called depression. Can you imagine in a whole year nearly 8 lakh of people committing suicide, getting died by themselves because of depression? Do you know globally more than 264 million of people of all ages suffering from the depression? Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video I'm gonna talk about what is depression, how a person got into depression, after getting into depression, how a person behave like, and the best part of this video I'm gonna talk about how to deal with the depression or how to get rid from the depression. So to understand clearly about this most important topic, I would like to request everyone, please watch the video till the end. If it is really helpful for you, have a like for me, which will keep on motivating me to do the more video. You know one thing which is very interesting. If a problem has well defined, that means the problem has half solved. So to understand how to deal with the depression, first of all you have to know what is depression. So guys, let's get into the first part of the video where I'm gonna talk about what is depression. Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. It affects how you feel, think, behave, and can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems. Depression might be different for different people, but the ultimate result is stress, dissatisfaction, and loneliness. Well, dear friends, before we begin to talk about this particular topic, I would like to all to ask yourself some question right now. Have you ever felt lonely even when you are surrounded by your family and friends? Have you ever lost interest on doing something that you always love to do? Have you ever lost confidence on yourself? Have you ever felt that everyone is happy but you are the only one suffering from something? Have you ever felt suicide is the best choice? Have you ever wake up at the middle of the night and couldn't able to sleep again? Did you ever felt is very difficulty in sleeping at night? Did you ever thought no one in this world can understand what you are going through? Well, my dear friends, if you have answered yes for all these questions, that means you are under depression. So guys, let's get into the next part of the video where I'm gonna talk about how a person got into depression. Depression might be different to different set of people, but the reason behind the depression is only one: dissatisfaction. For example, for a teenage girl or boy, depression would be their partner cheating on them, their partner not loving them back. They think that they are not as beautiful as others. For a married woman, depression would be husband not spending sufficient time with her, financial stress, relatives not accepting her. For a married man, it would be kids and wife not accepting him, not able to perform well at work, no great increment, no work satisfaction, no time for friends. For an actor, the depression would be not getting sufficient show or movie to earn money, no recognition despite lot of effort. For a corporate woman, depression would be not getting equal recognition as that of her male counterpart, stop between personal and professional growth, etc. So guys, let's move on to the another part of the video where I'm gonna talk about how a person behave like after getting into depression. Generally, when a person getting into depression, there are three changes you will be able to notice in that person. Number one, changes in feeling. Number two, changes in behavior. Number three, changes in symptoms. So let's see what kind of changes we will notice in the feeling of a depressed person. The first changes you will be able to notice, that is sadness. You may also notice anger, guilty, hopeless, and etc. That behavior changes you can see in the depressed person, that is social withdrawal, lack of energy, low motivation, poor concentration, sleep problem, significant changes in appetite. Let's see what changes you will be able to notice in terms of symptoms. The first one is poor self-esteem, thought of suicide, loss of interest. Few people, when they feel little upset, they think that they are under depression. But actually, what the meaning of depression means, it's like something you will be not able to come out of that. You will be suffering for a longer period of time. Hope you guys have understood what actually the depression means. So guys, let's get into the important part of the video where I'm gonna talk about how to deal with the depression. Everything feels more challenging when you are dealing with the depression. Going to work, socializing with the friends, or even just getting out of your bed can feel like a struggle. But there is something you can do to cope with your symptoms and improve your quality of the life. The first thing I want to tell to fight with the depression, that is reduce your stress. When you are coming under stress, your body produces a hormone called cortisol. In the short term, this is a good thing because it helps you to gear up to cope with whatever it's causing the stress in your life. But over the period of time, however, it can cause many problems for you like depression. The more you use technique to reduce the stress of your life, the better, because it will reduce the risk of becoming the depression. The another important point to fight with the depression is stop negative thinking. Depression does not just make you feel bad, it can also cause you to think more negatively. Changing those negative thoughts, however, can improve your mood. Let me give an example. One day a frog decided to reach at the top of the tree. All the frogs shouted and said it's impossible. But still, the frog has reached at the top of the tree. Can you guess how it is possible? Because he was deaf and he thought everyone was encouraging him to reach at the top. So be positive always. Just think that if the frog listened to other frog and he wouldn't be try, what would be happen? He couldn't reach at the top, right? So stop thinking negatively. Simply you will try to stop your negative thinking, it's never be possible. To avoid it, you have to understand your thinking style and practice to cope with criticism. Make your mind cool by doing meditation. Make your willpower strong. So guys, let's get into next important point to fight with the depression, that is stop procrastinating. First of all, what do you mean by procrastination? This is the act of doing delay or postpone of some task. You cannot be completely get it from the depression until you are under procrastination. Generally, how a person got into procrastination means they thinks that it's a big work, it cannot be possible for me and I can't do it. Just imagine that rather than thinking it's impossible, if he would try it, it may not be possible to complete under the due course of time, but it's definitely possible to complete with some delay. And that procrastination activity moves us towards negative thinking, stress and depression. The next important point to fight with the depression is do exercise. Doing exercise about 5 times in a week can dramatically change your mood. When you are under depression or anxiety, exercise often seems like last thing you want to do. But once you get motivated, exercise can make a big difference. Research on depression and anxiety, exercise shows that the physiological and physical benefit of exercise can also help to improve mood and reduce the anxiety. The next important point here I'm going to tell you to fight with the depression is not to be emotional. Now in the current generation, what happening? The young people are getting cheated by their partner, the girlfriends are getting cheated by the boyfriend, and the boyfriends are getting cheated by the girlfriend, and they are being emotional and later on getting into depression. They forget everything in their life like family, friends and career just by keeping something in their mind that someone has cheated to them. To tell you here, just forget who has cheated to you. Try to take an revenge positively. Try to be versatile. Make them to feel that they have missed the good one in their life. Take it positively and just think that everything happened for a reason. The next point to deal with the depression is try to have the fun. If you are depressed, make time for things to enjoy. What if nothing seems funny anymore? In the solution, I can tell try to go to the movie with your funniest friend. Find a way to make you laugh because a good laugh relieves physical tension and stress. Try to recall the funniest moment ever had in your life. The last point here I'm going to tell you to fight with the depression is find out the root cause. Try to find the actual root cause behind your depression because until you find it, you cannot get rid from the depression. Once you find the root cause, try to work on that. It may be emotional, it may be professional, it may be related to other family or some other issue. Try to work on that based on the requirement. Hope you guys have learned something today. Thank you for your attention.